What's up, y'all? TYT Sports on this Monday. We appreciate all of you joining in with us here on the TYT Network. Before we jump into all the sports shenanigans that you gotta know, TYT.com/app. Download the TYT app. Available in the App Store as well. So I am a Chicagoan, as many people know, and Jabari Parker, this broke over the weekend, excuse me. Jabari Parker and the Bulls agreed to a 2-year, $40 million deal. This is via NBC Sports Network and the Chicago Bulls' Twitter account, so at NBCS Bulls. So he signs for a 2-year, $40 million deal, and Zach LaVine is like, oh, welcome home, man. It's great to have you. Thank goodness we have you once again, because it doesn't matter that you can't play defense. So here is the skinny of all this. As a Chicagoan, this is near and dear to my heart. Jabari Parker won 4 state titles. He is somewhat of a Chicago legend, as he attended Simeon High School and won all of those state titles. He went to Duke, and just up I-94 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he was drafted 2nd overall to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the reason that this is so important of a story for all Chicagoans, I'll get into the contract in just a moment, is that we have seen this story many times. There have been more successful stints, like Butkus with the Bears, being from Chicago. Eddie Olczyk, now the Blackhawks' color analyst on Comcast Sportsnet, also played for the Blackhawks. Chris Chelios played for the Blackhawks. Those were somewhat successful, if not very successful stints. With the Bulls, it has not been like that. Chicagoans have craved to see their hometown kid propelled and succeed in a Bulls uniform. We have seen this with Derrick Rose, won an MVP, and then had many knee surgeries. We have seen this with Eddie Curry. The night that Elton Brand, an all-star player, was traded by the Bulls, all-star player. They traded him, and who did the Bulls draft in order to get those high picks? Tyson Chandler and Chicago's own of Thornwood High School, Eddie Curry. We saw this with Dwayne Wade just a few years ago when he was with the Chicago Bulls and then left for Cleveland. And we all know how unsuccessful those stints were as a Chicago kid. Now, the reason this is important, via ESPN, having suffered a second tear of his left ACL in February 2017, he returned nearly a year later, played the final 31 games. During that span, per-play stats weren't dramatically different from then in the previous season, where he averaged a career-high 20 points per game. Saw slight declines in both usage rate, as you're going to expect with injuries, and true shooting percentage, but still put up 19 points per 36 minutes, so not terrible. He was on the cover of SI. Again, Chicagoans love this. Oh, we get to see our city, we get to see Lake Michigan, and now we're putting Chicago back on the map. It is a rich area for Chicago talent, basketball talent that is, but still, with these surgeries and these injuries, the Bulls potentially got a steal. Because in the first year, he's going to make $20 million, absurd. But then in the second year, a team option for $20 million, they can opt out, team option if they want to. So although they are spending this amount of money, it's a low risk, high reward, because they still had to use 90% of the cap no matter what on the players. So who are the other free agents? Clint Capella, who they absolutely do not need because you have Wendell Carter, Lauri Markkanen, and Robin Lopez. Wayne Ellington is another one. I mean, like, the names are there. Jamal Crawford, you don't need any of them. So why not take a flyer on a hometown kid who has always wanted to come back and had beef with Jason Kidd, who didn't when he was fired from Milwaukee, and also with Giannis Antetokounmpo, appearing that they couldn't play together. A career 35% three-point shooter. His field goal percentage is getting up there a little bit, but still, Milwaukee, none too pleased. What do I mean? Take a look at this video.
I want to thank Jabari for everything he's done for this organization. You know, falling behind Giannis and tearing his ACL every few minutes. Ooh! But now, you're going to the Chicago Bulls. You're going to go join them. I don't care if you tore your ACL. You were my favorite player, and you left. I looked at the Chicago Bulls Twitter, and it said, welcome home. Welcome home? Welcome home? What do you mean, welcome home? And yeah, and then you left. You're going to go join the Bulls? I hope you become a bench player. I hope you never win anything in your entire career again. I hope you remember this day.
Understood. We know where he's coming from. It's a young fan. It's cool. I just thought it was funny when he said coming home. Like, he's from Chicago. But still, the writing is on the wall. Was on the wall for Jabari Parker and the Milwaukee Bucks' tenure. as they signed Brook Lopez, Ersan Ilyasova, and then also, again, as I stated previously, the bad blood that reportedly happened between both sides. So Jabari Parker, not great defensively. This Bulls team, not great defensively as all. The problem that I have and that I want you all to discuss a little bit, does this signing and the Zach LaVine matching the offer sheet, 4 years, $78 million, when the Sacramento Kings offered him that as a restricted free agent, does this hinder the Bulls' rebuild, or are you excited to see the baby Bulls once again, whose average age of the starting five, if Wendell Carter starts, is under 24 years old?